Cheating Death is a main quest in Fallout 76's Wastelanders update, picking up directly after
better
Overseer
watch it.
Overseen. Meg has agreed to back the Vault 79 heist, but she needs her demolitions expert
it's
Lucky
time
Lou
to
to
pay
make it
those
happen.
settlers a
The
visit.
problem is, Lou has
this
vanished
is
from
too
the crater
much.
entirely, and nobody knows where he went. A search of Lou's room turns up a goodbye note,
Still
the
can't
kind you
believe
don't
they're
want
all
to find.
dead.
It suggests his friend Caleb Fischer might know
Margie,
something.
Freddie.
Caleb is being deliberately evasive.
None of those
He's
groups
covering for
survived.
Lou at the ghoul's own request. With Charisma 8+, you can read through his nervousness and press him into the truth, and with Strength 8+, you can intimidate it out of him. Either way, he hands over a tracking beacon that leads to Lou's actual location. No stat checks, you can also hack Caleb's terminal at Master Hacker level to pull Lou's last known location directly. Follow the beacon east to the Crater Watch Station, then track Lou further to Carlton Mine, where he's holed up deep inside, far from anyone who could stop him.
Is that a... Nah, couldn't be. Ah! Never should have thrown in with that guy in the first place. What kind of trouble did he get into this time?
This place is way better than Sunnyvale. Cool at least.
Hell yeah. Always be upgrading. That's what Avery says.
Stupid man.
We ditched Margie
Always
for Meg,
speaking in
and that old
riddles.
ski slum for the crater.
Yeah, good thing, too. We'd either be long dead or one of those scorched things if we'd stuck with Margie.
No kidding. Bet they feel pretty stupid now.
Pretty dead, too.
I got my own problems to worry about. I got my own problems to worry about. Is that a... Nah, couldn't be. Ah! Never should have thrown in with that guy in the first place. Always speaking in riddles. What kind of trouble did he get into this time?
Is it daytime? You're the new guy, aren't you? I seen you talking with Meg and poking around. What brings you to me? Questions? Oh, sure. What sort of questions? I suppose you haven't seen Lou yet? With all respect, Lou's not easy to look at. When the radiation flooded Pittsburgh, it left him changed. Skin melted off. But still alive. I get the impression he wasn't very sociable to begin with. He gets anxious around people, and people get anxious around him. But everyone knows he's useful around here. So he lives tucked away. It works. Oh, I don't know. Couple of days, maybe? He mostly keeps to himself. So there are times where I don't see him for weeks, despite us all living so close together.
Meg better hope coming here pays off.
Lou?
Less long if it
Oh, well, he's a good guy. We both fell in with this lot around the same time, so he and I have a bit of a kinship. Not many are accepting of Lou, since he's one of those ghouls. But unlike the Firas, he's still got his brain and work. He's not afraid to put in a day's honest work. He's a great craftsman. And on top of that, he has skill with explosives. For whenever that's handy. And it comes in handy more often. Sure. Lou, huh? I didn't know he was gone. Maybe he was just tired of being cooped up in that hole of his and went for some fresh air? Did you go into my lab and hack into my terminal? That was private! I knew you were nothing but trouble. I should shoot you right where you stand. Okay. You got me. I confess. I intentionally misled you. But it's not what you think. I had to do it. I promised Lou I would try to throw people off his trail if they came looking for him. I was hoping he'd come to his senses, return by now, and this wouldn't be necessary. Truth is, I'm worried. When he left, he was more glum than usual, like something was weighing heavy on his mind. Nothing I'm aware of. Nothing truly bad ever seems to happen to him. In fact, if I was still a religious man, I would say God watches over him and has special plans for Lou here on this earth. Lou's one of the luckiest men alive. He's over 95 years old, and still fit as a fiddle. Sharp as a tack. I've witnessed over a dozen times where something should have rightly killed any normal man. But not Lou. To be honest, I don't know. He came to see me before he left. I was busy working and only half listening. But I think he said something about feeling
seen
like a
those
burden.
Mothman
He's
cultists
never been a
yet?
burden on anyone.
Straight out of the
He
Looney
gives to
Bin.
himself and does more than his fair share of work. Not exactly. But I did send out a friend of mine to go find him, just before you showed up. She's a tracker. Best I've ever known. Unfortunately, she hasn't come back yet. Might be she's having trouble getting Lou to see eye to eye. My friend's not the best conversationalist, and Lou's stubborn. Maybe you can go and mediate. Talk some sense into old Lou. Oh, right. Pardon me. Since my tracker buddy went off alone, I rigged up a tracking beacon I could use to find her. Just in case she ran into trouble and, wasn't able to make it back. I don't think that's the case here, but fair warning, this might lead you to a dead end. In which case, I'm sorry. You can use your Pip-Boy to track the beacon's radio signal. The closer you are, the more it will ping. It should get you to where you need to be. Good luck. And, I hope Lou's okay when you find him.
Hello? I was not expecting anyone. Yes, I am Weasel. Lou is deep inside the mine, but he does not want to be found, and it is dangerous to go alone. We can find him together. You lead. I will follow.
I ain't interested in whatever you got. I ain't got nothing of value, so piss off. This better be good. Yeah, it's me. What's up with you? Yins don't sound familiar. What you need me for? I ain't going back to Crater. Now listen up. I don't want to talk, because I don't want you hurt. I rigged this place to blow, and you being here has put a royal wrench in my plans. Now, you can try to get here to me before I get this son of a bitch detonator working, or you can kindly screw off and get out alive. I don't recommend anything in between. Now, if you excuse me, I'm busy.
No way forward. Lou shut it tight. But come look at this. I have an idea. It looks like there is a way through. We could exclaim, expose, destroy it with Big Boom and go to the other side. I cannot clear it. Garbage. I cannot make it sure. But I was told we can try this, or we can go home with no Lou. I found some Big Boom charges at the cave entrance when you arrived. I wish I could say the right word. Big Boom makes me sound like I have seen Lou. I have done this kind of work with Lou before.
This is where the quest earns its title. Lou isn't hiding from enemies or running a scam. He's a ghoul who has survived long enough to decide he's done surviving, and he's picked a mine to be his final destination. The key to the conversation is simple but easy to miss. Mention the details of the job, laying out exactly what the heist is, the gold, the scale, the stakes, visibly improves Lou's disposition and gives him something to latch onto. Withholding the information to save it for later is the wrong play here. Lou doesn't need mystery, he needs a reason. Approach the conversation with kindness and transparency and you can walk him back from the edge. The man's a ghoul. He's beaten death more times than either of you can count. He can do it once more.
It looks like a machine to kill himself. It looks like it did not work. Sounds like a fog crawler ahead. And it looks like Lou made another self-killing trap. Maybe you can use it against the creature. another weak wall here. We'll try to get through it with a big boom again. Do not stand near the big boom when it goes off. Get to a safe place before the boom. We should hurry. I hear Lou working up ahead. I will stay here. You should be the one to handle this part.
So, you think you're... Okay, I'm listening. You gone through all the trouble not to get here. All after stopping an old man from off himself. What you want? That's what I said. Did I stutter? In case it ain't obvious. I'm one of them rad-soaked ghouls. Been that way going on 25 years. Ain't no way to live. Killing myself's the only way to keep people safe. Of course, that's harder than you'd think. That ain't what I mean. I mean literally. Physically, I can't seem to do it. You've seen the setups I got here. All designed to be foolproof death traps. None of them worked. Always something managed to go wrong. So I figure with this last one, worst case scenario, I get buried alive. And can't do no harm to nobody. No backing out of it. I tell you, my luck ain't a blessing. It's a curse. Luck's supposed to work in your favor. And it did. Most of my life wasn't a game of cards I couldn't win. Of course, I almost never played. Didn't have nobody to play with. Worked with demolition my whole life. Walked away from accidents that would have outright killed other men. So yeah, I'm convinced the world wants me alive. Like it or not. And that's a problem for everyone else. You're probably right, but I gotta try. Like I said, at least this way, I put myself away in a tomb I can't get out of, and on my own terms. Not yet. How do you think those ferals get that way? Alls I know is I can't be around people when that happens. Best to seal myself away. Yeah, I know. I'm a regular softy. Nice that people need me. But you don't understand. This unnatural walking corpse of a body. It ain't no way to live. Say I go back with you to hell. What happens if I change for the worse and end up killing others? And what happens if people have trouble putting me down? So I end up killing them all. What then? Yeah? You gonna put your money where your mouth is? If I do this job for you, you gotta help me off myself after it's done. It's gotta be you. I don't want nobody else knowing about this.
It's too hard to decide otherwise.
I don't think it's gonna happen. But likewise, so long as yins let me try to convince you I need to die, it's a deal. Remember, not a word to the others about what I was out here doing or why. Not even Fischer. Don't want him thinking less of me. And I don't want to cause any fright. Nah. Let's hear about this job. The yins want to blast our way into a vault? Sounds crazy, but I can do it. I'm in. You go on ahead back to Crater. I gotta get things in order around here, so nothing happens to it while I'm gone. Meet you there. Hope this job of yours is worth the risk of bringing...
Hey, 7-6. Took you long enough to come back. You get Lou on board with the plan?
Always speaking in riddles.
Okay, good. Lou's our way in the front door, so I don't know how we do it without him. Alright, so I've been thinking about those plans. Place is secure as hell. Once Lou gets us inside, I'm sure we're gonna meet resistance. Ain't gonna just bowl over and let us loot, so we're gonna need the big guns. For that, we need Gail. Gail's the big green mutant gal you may have seen around, always hanging out with her little girl, Ra-Ra. Ever since Ra-Ra met up with Gail in the wilderness, they've been impossible to separate. So, just saying, you may have to convince Ra-Ra to let Gail come with us. Good luck, 7-6.
What kind of trouble did it get?